Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm not gonna yell. I'm not gonna bother yelling because there's no point. So let's just quickly go over Smackdown, shall we? I'm just gonna get this over with real quick, so then I can do other things. So this is the Go Home Show, TLC, and man, I wasn't a big fan of this show. There was some good matches here and there, but just didn't really like it that much. So we started off with King Corbin, running his mouth, and then out came the New Day, and then Kofi Kingston challenged Corbin to a match. First match was Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Man, I feel bad for Mandy and Sonya. I do. This is a joke. This is a legit joke. You mean to tell me we have to see them wrestle the same people again, despite last week Alexa Bliss, beat Mandy Rose? And the thing is here, is that the reason why these two are feuding is because all Mandy Rose decided to do, and this is the legit reason why they were feuding, by the way. They were feuding because Mandy Rose touched Alexa's eyebrows or eyelashes. No joke. That was the legit reason why this match was taking place. Or because Mandy touched Alexa's eyelashes. Pathetic. Pathetic. A pathetic reason why these two should be fighting. And then Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker of this match. Here's the kicker of this match. Mandy and Sonya do the smart tactic, which is the heel tactic. They attack Bliss and Cross before the match begins. And then, so the referees come out to break all these girls up. The match begins. Then, as soon as the match started, it was over. As soon as it started, it was over. It was literally over in nearly under a minute? Basically a minute, nearly under a minute. As soon as this match started, it was over. Well, at least it went on for about a minute. So it wasn't, 10 seconds. But as soon as the match started, it was over within the next minute. Nikki Cross with a neck breaker on Sonya Deville. So Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are now jobbers. So they're basically bums. So you're making them bums now? How are people meant to take Fire and Desire seriously when you have them attack Bliss and Cross from behind? More importantly, you have them attack Bliss and Cross from behind and they still lose? You had them still lose despite attacking Bliss Cross from behind. And the worst of it all, it was over in a minute. What kind of joke is this? This is a joke. Literally a joke. I keep hearing people telling me, oh, Vince likes Mandy Rose. Vince likes Mandy Rose. Vince is a big fan of Mandy Rose. Well, if Vince is such a fan of God's greatest creation, why is he doing this to her? Why? If he's such a fan, you wouldn't do this to someone who you're a fan of. You don't do this to shit that people you're a fan of or you're liking. You don't do this to people that you are liking. If you like Mandy Rose, you'd be pushing her. You'd be giving her wins. Sure, she's had TV time every week. But how many of those matches Name me one match that she has won this year. Name me one match that she's won this year. She's had a few wins this year. She had a win over against Asuka, like before Fastlane. She had like a win before the tag titles around Clash of Champions. But be honest with me. She's rarely won any matches. She's rarely ever won. She's lost more than she's won. So basically, more losses than wins. It's a joke, man. It's literally a joke that WWE are turning Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville into jobbers. I understand you can't push everyone. I understand that. I understand not every wrestler should be pushed. I get every wrestler can't be pushed. I understand not everyone can get TV time. I understand not everyone can get their moment in the sun. But at least make us care. At least make us care about Mandy and Sonya. At least make us think that these two superstars are future stars that we have to look out for. Instead of jobbing them to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross in a minute, how are people ever going to take them seriously when you eventually give them the titles? No one's going to care. That's the true fact. No one is going to care about Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville the way you treat them. To me, the answer is simple. Vince McMahon is not a fan of Mandy Rose. To me, it's a simple answer. Vince doesn't like Mandy Rose. If he did, she would be treated like Humberto Carrillo. Oh, and by the way, this entire show is filled with tag team matches. The next tag team match was the Revival versus Mustafa Ali and Chad Gable. I want to care about Chad Gable, but how can I with the name Shorty G? It was a good tag team match, though. Very good tag team match. I'll definitely give them that. This is a very good match. The Revival get the win here, as they should, because they're the number one contenders for the tag belts. Then we get Bayley versus Dana Brooke, and Elias just, insults Bayley. Like, insults her, calls her ugly or whatever. And then Dana Brooke is, like, laughing at it, thinks it's funny. And Dana Brooke has a match. Now, I'm not going to crap on Dana Brooke too much here. She's not all that bad. I've seen her kind of grow a lot. I feel like Dana has grown quite a lot over the past few years. Because I hear a lot of people saying Dana Brooke is awful, or she's really, really bad, or she's next level of Eva Marie. I don't think Dana is that bad. I think she's somewhat gotten better. A little better, maybe just a tad bit better. She has, she does seem to have some potential at least. As I said, I've said this before in my videos. Everybody has potential. You just gotta have to find that potential. They've got Dana Brooke in the right category, babyface, because I picture Dana Brooke as a babyface. But they just haven't really done enough with her to actually care. And the funny thing is, Dana Brooke has had more TV time than actually, Dana Brooke has actually got more wins than Mandy Rose. Dana Brooke won one match over Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, which kind of, angered me in a way. But Dana Brooke has gotten more TV time since moving her to Smackdown. And I find that really funny. I find that really funny because when she was on Raw, she couldn't get a single match. She couldn't get one match when she was on Raw, and they move her to SmackDown. You see her basically every week. Should have just had her on SmackDown to begin with, WWE. Stupid idiots. But Bayley wins No surprise there. This was no shocker. Bayley with the win with the rose plant. Apparently this is the name of her new move. We had The Miz and Maurice. We saw Miz at his house with Maurice with their kids. And Renee Young was there talking to The Miz about Bray Wyatt. And all of a sudden Maurice calls out for Miz. And then she has like her iPad, and this is a bit confusing. I don't know what's going on here. Like, sure it's good storytelling here, but I find this weird because Maurice sees this on her iPad. She sees this on her iPad that the puppets from the Firefly Funhouse, the puppets of the Firefly Funhouse are in Monroe Sky's room. And Bray Wyatt appears on there, and then they go check in Monroe's room to see if she's okay. There was no doll, there was no puppets, there was nothing in the room. Monroe Sky was there. She was crying over something, and you see this doll with the Fiend's paint on it, with the Fiend's, face on it. Miz obviously doesn't realize this. He was asking Maurice, where did she get this? So, and of course, and guess what color hair the doll ended up having? The doll ended up having blonde hair. And everybody is assuming that this has something to do with Liv Morgan. Please, guys, enough! Enough is enough with this Liv Morgan bullshit! She's not joining the Firefly Funhouse. She is not joining Bray Wyatt. Just because the doll had blonde hair doesn't mean it's Liv Morgan. Could be anyone. Good grief, man. And as soon as I saw that doll, and I was like, I bet everyone will start assuming, oh my God, Liv Morgan, Liv Morgan, Liv Morgan, Liv Morgan. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, seriously. Liv Morgan is on R-A-W. Raw. Raw! She is not on Smackdown. So get it through your heads. Seriously, get it through your heads. I will believe it until I see it. Please, enough. Good grief. So Bray Wyatt had that doll. He had the doll. He had a Firefly Funhouse episode as well. And, yeah, he didn't really say much. He just said, he was just basically telling Miz he'll see him at TLC. We had more tag team action. Yay. More tag team action. We had Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro take on Heavy Machinery. I know there are people that don't like Heavy Machinery, but I was really into this match. I thought this was a pretty good tag match. Got pretty good around about the ending here. Also, and according to Michael Cole, this is one of the most funniest things I've ever heard Michael Cole say. The Smackdown was #1 trending on worldwide on Twitter, which is not really a surprise because WWE is always trending worldwide. But according to Michael Cole, the only reason why SmackDown Live was #1 worldwide trending was because of Otis. Literally, that was the reason why he said SmackDown was worldwide #1. Because of Otis. What the hell did Otis do to somehow make SmackDown #1 worldwide? What did he do? Did he go for a walk? Did he go to buy some steaks? Did he buy steaks and that was made SmackDown #1 world trending? What the hell, dude? What the hell? That was like the most funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, okay, so somehow a wrestler can now make SmackDown the #1 world trending. Hilarious. Hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was really, really hilarious that Michael Cole believes Otis was the only reason why SmackDown became #1 world was trending worldwide at #1. Please, Michael Cole, please. Please, Michael Cole, stop with your silliness. But in the end, Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro win, as they should. There's no reason for your Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, should be losing. He delivers the Kinshasa to Tucker, and good night, nurse. We had our second singles match, which was Kofi Kingston versus King Corbin. This ends in no contest. Then, we get a tag match, because Dolph Ziggler gets ejected, and he refuses to leave, and he starts fighting Big E. The referee called off that. So then, they thought, so what did they decide to do? Instead of having Roman Reigns come out now, during that whole set, instead of having Roman Reigns come out then, they decided, let's have another tag team match with the New Day, Corbin, and Ziggler. And that is when I decided to freaking tag this entire show, Tag Down Live. Seriously, this is what this show was called, Tag Down. Every single match was a tag team match except for Dana Brooke versus Bayley. And yeah, Corbin and Ziggler, and yeah, Corbin and Kofi as well, but, you know, whatever. They had 2 singles matches, and every other match on this card was a tag match. This tag team match didn't last long either. This tag team match basically lasted as long as Mandy Rose's squash. Maybe even less time. Because Corbin decides to grab the chains to try and chain Kingston and do the exact same thing. They grabbed the dog food and they tried to... Sorry about that. If you guys hear a kid crying, my sister's kids are here. My sister's kids are here, so if you hear any noises, I do apologize for that. But yeah, Corbin tries to get the dog food again to do the exact same thing to Kofi Kingston, but then Roman Reigns comes to the rescue, and here he comes. He's taken out everyone. The Revival were there as well, taking out everyone, and then Roman Reigns takes out Ziggler by slamming him through the table on the ladder, and the show goes off the air. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. So Roman Reigns cleans house, helps out the New Day. So that was your show. Honestly, I really didn't enjoy SmackDown this week. I guess I just didn't think it was that good, and I'm not using. So I am looking forward to TLC. So hopefully TLC is good. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for joining me. Hit that thumbs up if you guys did enjoy this review. Subscribe as well. It's totally your choice. And I'll see you all in my next video. See you then, guys.